Recently, there's been a lot of debate about increased gun control and whether or not we need it. While some feel that increased firearms control would be beneficial, it's more likely that it wouldn't really solve any issues, because guns aren't the issue. People are the issue. As crazy as it sounds, firearms aren't dangerous on their own. They're simply a tool. If you sit a fully loaded and cocked firearm on a table, it isn't going to get up and shoot someone. It takes a person to make a firearm dangerous. That is why people need to be educated on firearms responsibility. There's a flip side to this argument, though, and that is the idea to have background checks on firearms so that they don't get into the hands of the wrong person. This idea is all fine and dandy, but if you think about it, the criminal isn't really that concerned with the law. They're not going to go to the local gun store, buy a brand new firearm, and go through a background check. They're going to buy one in an alley from a fellow criminal. We see that drugs are very illegal in the United States, but people still somehow get them in here and somehow use them. The same would happen with firearms. Making something illegal doesn't get rid of it. It just puts it in the hands of criminals. Even if people decide to abide by the law and all the firearms are gotten rid of, people will still find ways to carry out what they want to do. We see this in the war on drugs again. People have turned to prescription pills because they can't get their fixes on heroin or other drugs. We've seen with the Oklahoma City bomber, Timothy McVeigh, he was able to kill 168 people and injure another 450 with nothing but a common fertilizer agent and a fuel additive. A main reason that we need firearms is for our own personal protection. Let's say that firearms have become illegal in the United States and we can't have them for our personal protection. What are you going to do when you come home and see your family tied up and possibly about to be murdered by a criminal who has a firearm? You could call the police. It takes about 10 minutes on average for police to show up. Or, if you had a firearm, you would be able to protect yourself. Overall, the media gives firearms a bad reputation. So to a certain extent, it's quite understandable why someone could be anti-gun. One thing that many might find surprising is that there are so many stories of people actually turning pro-gun after enjoying and learning the benefits of firearms. One example is the recently NRA-endorsed Colion Noir. He became a gun enthusiast after law school when one of his friends took him to a local gun range. The main thing I'm trying to get at here is, instead of fearing firearms because they have a very limited knowledge, people just simply consider the many benefits of guns before they try to condemn them. Stopping violence in general is impossible, but we can greatly reduce it by educating people on how to handle potentially dangerous situations. The violence problem in America is not guns, it is people. Thank you. This has been Jake Willett with Nightly News.